Welcome. Just checking to be sure you can hear me. Just type yes in the chat if you can. Good, great. Thank you. Let's get started. Welcome. I am so glad you've joined today for the Signature Genius Workshop, how to build a high-impact business around your secret genius without sacrificing your security, your sanity, or your freedom. And so you know you are in the right place and in good hands. I'm Julianne Turner, your host and guide. We have a wonderful, growing global community of visionaries, thought leaders, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, coaches, authors, speakers, experts from all across the globe joining us. Some of you already know me, but just in case, as we start, I am the best-selling author of the book Genesis of Genius, founder and CEO of ConsciousShift.me, and host of the Global Conscious Shift Show, which features visionary guests such as Marianne Williamson, Seth Godin, Dan Pink, many others, and followed by more than 680,000 subscribers worldwide. And I am also founder of Orbits of Influence, an award-winning global leadership innovation initiative. And I have a lot to share with you today to deliver as much value, guidance, and inspiration as I can in the time we have. So, quickly, there are two ways you will most definitely benefit from this time that you're investing today. Number one, honor this investment you've made in yourself to be here by actually being here. Close everything else down, your phone, your Facebook, Instagram, your TV, so you can receive the shifts that I'm going to share with you. And number two, be actively engaged as we go. Grab a pen, take notes, and most definitely respond in the chat as I ask you some powerful questions throughout, because your answers will be very revealing and very valuable to you in making these shifts today. Sound good? Okay, great. I see lots of yeses. You're already engaged. Perfect. So, here's my first essential question. Which do you need to succeed? More information, more intelligence, or more work? What if it were none of these? How would that feel? Stay with me because I'm going to show you the one thing you need to succeed. Only one thing. In fact, what if something you already possess is the key to the prosperity and fulfillment you've been looking for all your life? This is the key question we're going to answer today. I see you chiming in the chat. A huge relief, absolutely. I want to believe. Absolutely. Great. Okay. So my promise is to show you exactly why this is true and help you see how this truth literally changes your life when you see that it's true. So, who is this webinar for? Well, it is for you because you are a visionary. How do I know that? Because you're here right now. What do I mean by visionary? Very simply, a visionary is someone with a vision to make a difference. A visionary is someone with a vision to make a difference in the world. You want to make both a significant impact and a significant income. And second, you are a high achiever. You know you have something unique and important to share, and you care to do so with excellence. And you are also highly capable. So this is a hallmark of our visionary audience. So you tend to try to do everything yourself. You can do so many things really well, many times honestly better than most people. And what happens is you often end up doing it all yourself instead of getting support where it can really count. Okay. And you have tons of gifts, ideas, and interests, but you may not yet know how to organize them into a unified body of work, a successful business. But you are more than ready to monetize your genius. to recognize the unique value you provide, and to receive high value in return for that. Now, let's be clear. You have already had some success, but you realize you're not completely fulfilled. You know that there's more that you're here to share. And you are willing to take action, starting now while we're together. So I am going to ask you to use your mind, your imagination. Why? Because we know the more you put in, the more value you get out. And finally, you are committed to yourself. You're no longer willing to settle for less. You're not willing to let your music die within you. So I want to ask you something else very specific to you, okay? What would your life look like if you could make a significant impact and significant income, literally double, triple, or more what you're making right now while working less, simply by sharing your own unique gifts in the ways that come most easily to you? Now, I want you to actually identify what that number would be for you right now. What would be double, triple, or more what you're making? Because this is very specific to you. I want to lift you up from exactly where you are right now to what can be for you. Okay? So as you're capturing that number in your head, on your notes, or even in the chat, you know, for my clients, their income increases 2 to 10 times more per month on average, and I'm going to share some examples of that in a moment. But I want you to capture that number for you. And yes, I can see that this number is unique to you based on where you are right now. And we've got numbers coming in from $2,000 a month, $1,000 a month, and also numbers I'm seeing at around $20K a month, $250K a month. Okay, good, lots of numbers. So you can see why I want to make this specific to you as we start. Okay, now I want you to use your imagination and truly envision, what would that number, what would that monthly income change in your life if it was consistent? Envision it. What do you really, really, really want? What would this shift make possible for you? You're making that impact and that income. Feel free to share. Yeah, just briefly, I want to share just a couple of these. Help more people. That's number one for us visionaries, right? Recognized. Yeah, to be recognized. Highly paid. Absolutely. Yeah, living the dream. Good. Contribution. Right. Freedom. Time with family. Travel. Stop stressing about money. Absolutely. Do what really matters. Yeah, lots of those. Yeah, fulfill purpose. Loving my life. Okay, so great. Hold on to that vision, whatever it is for you, and hold on to your number. Because if this shift sounds valuable to you, that's what I'm going to share with you to make the shifts to live that in the next hour or so. After all, what we're really after is more living, right? Not just stuff. We like stuff, but a life fully lived. So, what makes this workshop different? Well, in all honesty, we've attended webinars that were just a pitch fest, right? Where there were really no insights or actionable steps shared, and the whole purpose was just to sell you something and not to serve you. So I want to take that concern right off the table right now so you can relax and receive. There is absolutely nothing for sale during this webinar, but I do promise to provide specific and valuable guidance, actionable shifts that are going to change your life and business starting today. So here is the pivotal question. Ready? Do you feel like you're in the loop of busyness instead of the leap of your true greatness? Loop or leap? In the chat, loop or loop? Loop? Yes? Loop? See one leap? Okay, lots of loops. That's okay. That's why we're here. And you recognize when you're in the loop, right? And when you're in the leap. How does it feel to be in the loop? How does it feel? Okay, sucks. Okay, let's be honest. Miserable. Okay. Burnout can be depressing. Okay, crushing. I feel that. Okay, no way out. Okay, yeah, it often feels like, we're never quite ready. Always one more thing to learn or do to be ready. Someone else is already doing it better. You're second guessing yourself, but you're never really starting, never committing. And it can also feel like overwhelm, right? Lots of ideas, lots of projects, but no clear way to prioritize. You're not really clear on what to do first, what's most important, what's a distraction, and you're not clear on where you're going. Your vision may be too big or not big enough. And busyness. Yes, you're working a lot of hours, but not seeing the results that should be coming for all your effort. Okay? And you're feeling stalled and stressed. Where is the freedom and flow that you desire and deserve from crafting your own business? Because if you're stuck, you may be trying to do it all alone. Remember, you're smart, you're capable. Shouldn't you be able to figure this out? But it may well be that you are stuck between a rock and a hard place, and you really need some guidance and a hand up from those who can see what you can't, who have traveled this path successfully before you. So these are signs that you're in the loop. And can you relate to these? Okay, I know a lot of you can, because I get your emails and I talk to you through my radio show, and it is painful, right? We can all deeply sense the power, the potential, the profitability that is leaking out here in the loop, right? So here's the good news. If this feels like you, the good news is none of these things are the real problem. In fact, the real problem is that you just haven't made the 3 shifts that I'm going to show you today. And that is going to be such a powerful shift for you. And these 3 shifts are going to unlock that impact, meaning, making a difference, more income, multiple streams of income. You being a recognized, respected, sought out authority, being known. You doing only what you do best with more ease, more flow, and ideal clients seeking you out. No more exhausting, chasing clients. And your life fully lived on purpose. Without a doubt, you know that you're living the life you're born to live. Now, these 3 shifts are going to show you how to live there. For honoring yourself and staying to the end, I will also share the master shift that takes the fear out of stepping into your leap. I'm going to show you a powerful way to shift past any fear, doubt, limiting beliefs, voices of judgment from others, or even from within yourself that may come up as you step into your leap of greatness. Okay, and in addition, I am going to also honor you and give you my Signature Genius 3 Shifts cheat sheet. My 1-page, step-by-step recap of our time together, so you can continue to apply what you learn and experience the benefits as you apply this to your life. So, the 3 shifts. essential shifts for you to lead and prosper. Now, each of these shifts is going to show you first what to stop doing, which will be a relief, right? Because it's likely you're already doing too much already. And that is what's keeping you in the loop. And I'm also going to share for each shift what it's essential for you to start doing, right? These are essential shifts. And why are they essential? Because, as we know, the world has actually changed. The world has changed dramatically. And that's actually great news for you as a visionary. But the old world economy, it said, fit in, don't stand out, just follow the instructions, be a cog in the machine, and we will pay and protect and promote you. That was the old world promise. The thing is, visionaries weren't really invited to that. Your ideas weren't respected. But in the new world economy, if all you can do is fit in and follow instructions and be a cog in the machine, we've already replaced you with technology and automation or outsourced your job. That's the new reality. So, as visionary Seth Godin says, average is over. And the good news is the new world economy values your vision, your intuition, your creativity. It actually runs on genius. Ideas are the new currency, and genius is the engine of prosperity. So this is great news for you. Now it's time to really share your great work. Plus, it's easier than ever before to do this, to share your genius via the internet in the history of the planet, and to prosper and profit from it, and to co-create and collaborate with others across the globe instantly. So what do you need to do as Shift 1 to begin to reap the rewards of this? Number 1, Shift 1, dial in your genius. Now listen closely, because each of these shifts I'm going to share are pivotal because they each contain a secret that actually goes against the herd mentality. And that is going to make all the difference. That's why these are so powerful. So, first, here's what I want you to understand. This is your moment. And I realize that in this moment, you may think that you can't be profitable or as prosperous or more prosperous through sharing your own genius. But the truth is, it's the only way you can be going forward. To dial in your genius, I realize it may be that you think you've heard it all before. So I want to illustrate this for you right now in a way that you will get this deeply at your core. So I want you to close your eyes with me, and I want you to imagine. I'm going to say a couple of words, and I just want whatever happens to happen, okay? Oprah Winfrey, CPA. Okay. I'm laughing, and I'm sure many of us are laughing a little bit because we can immediately see the mismatch of genius in thinking about Oprah Winfrey as being a CPA, an accountant. But for many of you, this may be your story too. You may be doing the same thing, and you may not even know it. If you're not living from your true genius, and you don't even realize it, what you do know is that what you're doing now is not working. And this is actually why. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a CPA. I am glad my CPA is a CPA. He's really good at it. He saves me lots of money, keeps me safe and compliant every year. But for Oprah Winfrey, right, being a CPA would not be recognized recognizing or claiming her genius. It would be a waste of her unique gifts. And that's what many people, even visionaries, maybe even you, are doing with their lives. You're playing small and not claiming your genius, not honoring your value, and then wondering why you're not making the impact and income you desire. So this is about dialing in your genius, because your genius is the path to your prosperity. And one more thing I want to mention right now, it's critical. In case you're thinking, well, I'm not Oprah, okay? Realize that many of the visionaries that we're going to talk about started right where you are, or like Oprah, many of them had even more challenges than you starting out. That's right, more challenges. Because as you may remember, Oprah's own mother actually abandoned her, and she was raised by her grandmother. Oprah grew up in poverty. She was actually abused as a child by a male relative. Lots of obstacles, but Oprah had genius within, just as you do. And fortunately for Oprah, a teacher recognized it. And she entered Oprah into a competition. And Oprah actually won a tryout on a local TV station. But she failed. Okay, something you may not know about Oprah was that she was hired as a news anchor, but she failed. You know, the station executives were actually on the verge of firing her because Oprah couldn't stop talking. Okay, instead of simply interviewing those involved in a news story, Oprah kept talking and adding commentary, and she was actually set to be fired. But the station executives decided to give her one last chance by giving Oprah a talk show. Okay? And suddenly, her work aligned with her highest genius. And even her limitations, became assets. Everything fell into place. And truly, in this case, as we know, the rest is indeed history. And just like Oprah, you may have all the genius in the world, but if you're not dialed in and aligned and expressing from your genius zone, you could go your whole life without experiencing the great success that's possible for you to generate from the gifts and genius already within you. So, shift one, for Oprah, she was just a turn of the genius dial away from aligning her work with her genius zone. And that alignment made the difference of her failure and us never having heard of her at all to her dream life of fame and income and astounding success. What if Oprah's true genius had stayed a secret to her, to us? Well, I'm going to show you why you may not even recognize or value your own genius. And you can already get a sense of what that's costing you, right? And all of us who need your gifts and guidance. So what do you need to do and stop doing to fully dial in your own genius? Well, first, and this may surprise you, but it's pivotal, you need to stop chasing certifications. Okay, now don't get me wrong, I have certifications. In fact, I even have a master's degree from the University of Texas at Austin. I have a massive library of books from my years of research and ongoing study, for Genesis of Genius and ongoing study. I believe in training, and I invest in top-level masterminds and mentorship, and I most certainly believe in being the best at what you do. But, and this is a critically important but, I see far too many visionaries chasing titles and certifications, and far too many failing to step forward and share the transformations they already know how to guide. They're just continuing to add letters behind their name to show how qualified they are, but it's often, really not clear whether they're trying to prove it to others or to themselves. And it is such a loss to them and to those who need them. If they keep standing back, unless they just want to keep their genius hidden. So why is this such a potential pitfall for us visionaries? Well, because not only do we so highly value learning and respect education, it also sounds legitimate, right, and prestigious. When you tell someone, I'm taking a class, I'm getting certified in XYZ, right, people will encourage you, even if it's absolutely keeping you from actually offering and getting paid for the gifts and guidance you already have. And part of this is also what I call hiding your light with labels. Have you ever said or heard someone say, I'm just a coach, I'm just a healer? Well, they just equated themselves with every other coach on the planet, right? If you consult Google, that means along the same label 873 million others are using. So again, I want you to hear this clearly, this distinction. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a coach, a speaker, healer, teacher, an author, because I'm all of those things. But none of those labels is who I am. And to only use a label would hide my light. You are one of a kind, providing unmatched value through coaching, healing, speaking, writing. Each of these is a different way of expressing your gifts and genius. Do you see and feel the difference? Right? We want to bring your uniqueness out into the light. Weave all of your unique gifts and genius into your work. In fact, this is one of the very first things we do when I connect with my clients. And we create one-of-a-kind experiences that weave all your gifts and strengths into your work, which not only gives you more joy, it immediately sets you and your work apart and begins to attract your ideal clients in droves. Those out there looking for what you do. And they can't find you if you're hiding your light behind labels. When you're chasing certifications, whether it's letters or labels, you just become an info junkie, right? You're in the mode of information, not transformation. You're loading up on more and more information in learn one more thing mode. You begin to realize it's a never-ending loop. You've got 7 or more courses just sitting on your shelf or hard drive. And the truth, only you know the difference. You've got to be honest with yourself. Is it necessary education that you need before you move forward? Or is it procrastination? Isn't it an excuse not to step into your leap? Because not only are you wasting time and money that's available with what you already have, it also commoditizes you. In this cluttered global market, you simply don't stand out through labels or credentials. So it's more important now than ever before. Your clients can't see the difference you bring. Which one of these pink people would you want to be? None. That's right. So today you must lead with genius. And the truth is, your clients don't care nearly as much about your certifications. What do they care about? Your, what I call, experiential credentials. There are 2 elements to this. In truth, the only thing that certifies you are your results. Results are the best certification, the transformation your clients experience. And that is why I call these experiential credentials. What actually changes in their lives, their work, their relationships, their health? That's number one. Signature results. The results only you can bring. In fact, getting clear about the results only you provide is one of the top challenges that I find, and also am able to help your fellow visionaries dial in every single day. They've got to get clear about their specific signature results. And second, let's be clear. You are not getting paid for your time. You are selling specific, valuable results and getting paid based on the value of those results. That's what people invest in, life-changing results. This is a huge shift for so many visionaries because many are stuck because they're trying to sell the certification, the process, the modality, and not the results, the outcome, the transformation. Now, this one shift alone, getting clear on the one-of-a-kind results you provide, will transform your business and boost your conversions immediately. So, how do you generate those one-of-a-kind results? What makes you the best at what you do? Well, you're a signature genius. That's number two. When we find that, when you're crystal clear about that, this is your ultimate competitive advantage. So what is your signature genius? Very simply, your signature genius is the one-of-a-kind blend of gifts and talents, expertise, experience, and style of expression that's unique to you, that provides unmatched value to those you serve and makes up your highest contribution to the world. Now, every one of you has this unique blend. You may not yet know exactly what yours is or be able to clearly define and express it, but you can see that all these aspects are already within you. It is a blend unique to you that provides unique value to the world, your highest contribution. And your own genius is your most valuable, one-of-a-kind asset. And it is designed to bring you prosperity when you share it. When you do that, it sets up a divine exchange. You exchange your greatest gifts and highest value, and in return, you are compensated at the level of value worthy of that transformation only you can provide. So you first got to get clear on your genius and your value. But here's the thing. Not everyone can see it. And even more important than that, especially you may not be able to see it initially. In fact, here's the truth. In our own surveys of our global visionary audience, 75% of our fellow visionaries don't know what their genius and its true value are. Okay, likely the same for you here. And it is costing you, right? A minimum of 2 to 10 times in income, and immeasurable in impact. At the minimum, 2 to 10 times, but at the maximum, it's costing you the difference between Oprah as a CPA and Oprah as a billionaire, right? And Oprah's impact as a CPA and her impact as Oprah. So why? Why would 75% of smart, savvy, super competent high achievers say they don't know their signature genius? Well, not everybody can see it, and you don't believe you have it. In fact, As I said, you may actually be the least likely to see your own genius initially. Why is that? Well, I want to illustrate this. Okay, again, I want to illustrate this. Imagine this. It's like we see a fish swimming, breathing underwater, and we say, that's impossible. How can a fish breathe underwater? But the fish is saying, what water? That's exactly the way it is with your natural genius. It is exactly that. It's natural. It's like breathing to you. And so your friends and colleagues may say to you, I don't even see how you do that. But you're saying, what? That? I've been doing that since I was born. Exactly. So most always, you are actually the least likely to see it clearly initially, or you'll dismiss its value until it's reflected back to you by someone who can clearly see it and see all of it, the blend of genius that you bring. And also, you're not likely to value it properly at first, because if it comes easily to you, as your genius does, well, then it must not be valuable, right? Because we've been taught to think that anything of value, it's got to be hard, it's got to be a struggle. The bottom line, you cannot monetize it if you don't first see it and own your own value. You will be earning much less than you desire or deserve. When you get this, though, you stop chasing certifications and you dial in your genius. You get that unique identity and style, your signature results, your signature genius. You flow from your signature style. You dial this in so you do only what you do best. You're only doing what you do best. We actually have a genius matchmaker profile to help you match up your gifts with your style. Because think about it. Perhaps someone else really shines as a speaker in front of huge audiences, but maybe you really shine guiding small groups and individuals through customized, intimate, transformational experiences. That's what the fit is for you. So when you dial this in, you do only what resonates with you, where you uniquely shine. So you get the greatest results for the actions that align most with you. You make the biggest transformations because you're best in the world at what you do. Make sense? This is the first essential shift. Huge. Dial in your genius. So let's see how this shift boosts your income. Real quick case study. A snapshot of one of my clients, Rita, who shifted from hours for dollars in her counseling office to being a globally recognized speaker. So Rita started out as a social worker and licensed therapist, where her days were actually filled helping employee assistance program clients, right, from corporate employee assistance programs. And she was in a commodity, right? Hours for dollars, day after day. She was definitely helping those she serves, but she was not. It was not fulfilling for Rita. And so we tapped into her signature genius. You'll see here, yes, this is in French. People are noticing because I work with clients all over the globe. We tapped into Rita's dream of sharing her message about how women are meant to thrive and reach their highest potential even through and after menopause. Okay? The business she founded from her home in Montreal was called Mature Essence. And step by step, we began to share her clear message that women were meant to flourish and not fade in the second half of life. And as we communicated that clearly and consistently, it began resonating worldwide. And Rita is now speaking and presenting workshops in Paris, across France, in Morocco, India, and the women come up to her and say, I know your work. I know your work. And Rita wrote me, she said, our one-on-one session today just brought me further on my vision. A year ago, I was dreaming that I would be where I am today, right? Now, Rita started out making very low hourly rate, but we crafted out her premium coaching packages based on the true value that she was bringing, and she began earning up to 5 times what she was making as a commodity. See the shift, the difference? Okay. Shift 2 flows from shift 1. Craft your own map. Crafting your own work on your terms. Now, this means that you stop chasing templates. No fill in the blank. One size fits all solutions don't work. You are way too unique. Your gifts are unique, and so are your fears and inner obstacles. You need a custom system, because someone else's blueprint, someone else's formula is not going to work for you. Stop trying to fit in when you were born to stand out, right? As visionaries, we each have a unique and often a big vision. We're breaking new ground where there are no existing maps. We're birthing totally new creations. That's why we need to craft our own map. And so if you've tried someone else's blueprint or formula that worked for them, and you may even judge yourself because it didn't work for you, don't. This is why. Because it doesn't fit your uniqueness. You need your own map that's custom fit to you. And first, you've got to be sure that your ladder is actually on the right wall, right? Because too many people are scrambling up the ladder of success, and it's not even their ladder, right? They find out it's on the wrong wall. And you don't want to work that hard to get there, only to discover it's not what you thought or where you really wanted to be. So first, you need a really clear vision, a clear direction, so that you know without a doubt in advance that when you reach your vision, it's going to be what you desire because you crafted it that way from the beginning. Okay? And that's why I asked you to envision what success on your terms means for you as we began today. Otherwise, if you don't, you'll be chasing someone else's dream or following someone else's expectations. You can spend a lifetime doing that, building someone else's wealth and contribution, not your own. And let's face it, the absolute worst failure is succeeding at the things that don't matter to you. So it's essential you know what does matter to you, what you stand for, what message you're here to share. So you need to be clear about your own unique message of genius. You've got to be the voice, not the echo. And if you don't, you've also probably witnessed others, spending months and even tons of money working on a website, launching a blog. And then when they finally sit down to write their very first post, they don't have a clue what their unique message is. And they're sending out scattered messages that nobody can follow, and they can't understand why they're not gaining traction. Well, this is why they're being the echo, not the voice. Okay? Instead, you've got to be clear about your own genius, your own direction, your own message. So, you've got to have a custom to you map with your clear direction, your clear vision, clear priorities, simple but powerful steps. Having your own map is essential. And for another reason, right? Because in this new world, you've got to be able to navigate change. So when you have your own map, along with the master sequence that all thought leaders use, that serves as your GPS, that enables you to take in new information, navigate change, overcome obstacles, and always reorient to your goals and vision, to success. And your clear identity and your message, you are the voice, the go-to brand and identity. Your message is clear, it flows easily and powerfully and consistently. People start talking about you. The buzz starts. Clients come to you. And you magnetize your ideal tribe. Real quick check-in. Is this making sense? Yes. Okay, yes. Great. Yes, I hear. Yeah, this is hitting home. I know that's why you're here. And you can see where you need to adjust course. Okay? And when you have a customized map, a proven sequence, it will help you move from success to success. Just a quick example from just one of the many thought leaders, your fellow visionaries who have experienced this. Eva Gregory, who's I've guided, and she's been at my live events, author of multiple books. Many of you may know her from her Chicken Soup book with Jack Canfield. Eva's an International Coach of the Year. Eva says, that this sequence that I'm talking about, this proven success system, helped her shift to the highest level of her work in the world. She was already successful, okay, but our work lifted her to an even higher level of contribution and success. So this is going to help you go from leap to leap. All right? So shift number 3, impact consolidation, making the difference, the impact you were born to make. Here the key is to stop chasing tactics. Stop looking for the magic bullet. It really fragments your efforts, your energy, your focus. And once again, this comes from looking outside yourself for the secret to success. When your most valuable, one-of-a-kind asset is already within you. When you come from your genius, the engine of your genius, your best steps become clear and not scattered, and your work becomes part of a whole. You get the whole box top, not just scattered pieces. But when you don't, you experience what you may be experiencing. You're working so hard, but you're not getting where you really want to go on your own. Jumping from tactic to tactic, there's always something new to learn. You're feeling overwhelmed, little to no results. And essentially, you've just created another job, right? You started this to create freedom, to stop the soul-sucking grind, but you find yourself just grinding and really using force, not flow. Flow is what comes from using your genius and your natural gifts. And it often looks like this hours for dollars hamster wheel, right? Because offering hours for dollars or one-off doesn't honor the difference you make. It keeps you on that hamster wheel of low earnings and client churn like Rita. You're not being compensated at the level of your true value, and you will never build consistent income, true wealth and freedom that way. And shift 3, you must have a unified body of work. To create a successful business, you need your own map, your own body of work that aligns everything that you've already got. It brings everything you've already got into alignment, traction, and results, and matches your creations with your unique strengths and style. That is your signature body of work. So what does that look like for you? Well, it could be your own best-selling signature book. So many of my clients have written and launched bestsellers. It also can mean being recognized as a thought leader, right? The voice for your area of expertise. And you might be speaking across the globe. Again, so many of my clients are doing this, carrying their message across the globe. and traveling to places they've previously only dreamed about. It could be hosting your own radio show, leading workshops and retreats, mentoring ideal clients, right, who gladly invest for your high-level guidance as you change their lives. And you've got the time and resources to travel for work and for your family, to gather with fellow visionaries, right? Most of all, you're making the difference you are here to make. Now, here's the thing. When this is unified, when you do this right, you quickly attract followers, your movement grows, but I'm not saying that you have to do all of these things, though some of my clients have. But what you craft out is how to do exactly the ones that fit your genius and the ways you shine, and only that. So often it is much more about aligning and prioritizing and paring down from the 1,800 things you offer now down to the 3 or 4 epic things. So you're making more sales with much less work, right? This is key. And you're not reinventing the wheel. At every step, everything flows from your core message of genius. It's clear, consistent, compelling. It's what you stand for. You're known for it. It becomes your brand. So your body of work is a beautiful, aligned, consistent rainbow of clearly unified value. You're doing what you love. You're at what you're best at doing, but you're doing less with much more ease and excellence. How does that feel? Yeah, fabulous, fantastic, exactly. So when you get this, all your gifts and ideas, all your butterflies of brilliance, what I call your butterflies of brilliance, now fly in formation. All the pieces, many of which you may already have, fall into place faster than you've ever imagined. That's, like just yesterday, I had a client who had so many ideas about her signature message. She was flustered. She seemed really scattered, but I guided her to see the patterns in her genius, and literally in less than an hour, we had crafted out her signature message, her master metaphor, elevator statement, and the 5 core elements of her signature system. All of your works will align and go from scattered to cohesive. And it is world-changing impact. I want you to know this. As you touch others' lives, you are changing the world. You're empowering your tribe. And again, your tribe may be your family or your neighborhood or your clients, your community, or even a larger global movement. As you create your body of work, you are changing the world, and you create multiple streams of income. You create one offer, automate it, create the next, and this becomes an engine of growth. And you're making the highest income. Because after all, who charges premium prices? The best. And if you're not charging premium prices, you're actually telling your clients, I'm not the best at what I do. Invest at your own risk. And if you're not clear at what you're best at and trying to do so many scattered things, you are limiting the value and results and your profitability. So when you're dialed into your genius, you are the master. Your clients invest at a high level, and you can be as big or as small as you want to be. You own your zone of contribution. You are fulfilling your highest potential. Okay? Now, how does this look? What can change? How quickly can this change for you? Well, real quick, I want you to see that it can change instantly. Anush was actually in Paris, owner of an English language training company. Again, initially selling her service as a commodity, hours for dollars, but it was already very high value what she and her company were offering, but it was not positioned that way. Okay? we took and reframed her offer with 3 tiers in a premium level package, crafted a new high-end proposal to reflect the actual transformation and unique results that she and her company provided. And here's what happened, what you see here. She literally was able to receive 10 times what she was previously charging for the same program, because the value was there. It just wasn't being presented that way. And it dramatically also cut her lead time to be able to make this shift. It happened instantly. Now Anusha's business has expanded to multiple streams of income. She's offering other programs, French immersion program for expats in Paris, and many more. So what if you've already got something to offer that is actually worth 2 to 10 times what you're receiving now? And that was aligned and properly packaged and offered at its true value. What difference would that make in your business, in your bank account, in your life? Right? That's what we're talking about here. So I want to share with you one more thing. Huge. The master shift that takes the fear out of stepping into your leap. But first, I have a very special unannounced bonus to reward you for honoring yourself and joining me live today. My team and I actually have set aside some special time to help you apply the 3 shifts I've shared to your own great work. Here's how we can help you. Your genius and your business, now you know, is unique to you, and we can dial in the exact and shortest path to the results you want. And the cost, for now, the cost is actually free, because I have set aside time for you to match you with one of my trusted top team strategists in the next week to speak with you personally, to help you dial in your genius, craft your own map, get clear on your highest contribution by following the proven step-by-step sequence that I share with the Visionary's Eye Guide. It's a huge, tremendous value. In fact, my high-level clients invest up to $1,000 for one of these one-on-one private sessions with one of my trained strategists for this level of personal guidance. But for you today, the cost is free, and all you have to do is qualify. Now, first of all, as you can imagine, you've got to be absolutely 100% committed to your success and to hitting your income and impact goals that we craft out for you, no matter what. By following the shifts and the steps we'll share, and you must have something of value to offer your clients. If you don't, then this spot is not for you. And on this call, we are going to dial in your goals, your business. We're going to help you get absolute clarity on how to reach those goals fast, and you'll get an exact custom plan to make it happen. And if you want me to guide you forward, and we both agree that it's a good fit, we will actually invite you to become one of the select new clients that I take on. And if we work together, I will walk you through the program that is designed to get your profitable, powerful body of work and successful business mapped out in the first week, and your first streams of income flowing with maximum time freedom. And I will expect you and support you to begin getting new clients and making sales as we're working together. That's right, we will move fast, but step by step, customized to you, with me guiding you every step of the way. We'll be mapping this out in our very first session, as I've done with so many other visionaries across the globe. So to receive this, go to geniussession.com. It's that simple, geniussession.com. Let me spell that, and you can actually see it on screen, and there you can click geniussession.com, GENIUSSESSION.com. Make sure you spell it correctly. There are 2 S's in the middle, geniussession.com. Now, we do book out often days and weeks in advance, so don't hesitate to hop on our calendar now through this link because we have set aside time just for you. And here's the thing, we're going to have a conversation because it's so helpful to have someone with expertise reflect back to you your genius and to bring outside perspective to where your work and business is today and to your potential. Because there are things that you may well be missing that can easily get you out of the loop immediately and steps to implement to reach your goals, whatever they are for you, specifically with what you already have right now to shorten your path to your dream. So you start living it starting right now. So go to geniussession.com, give yourself this gift. Okay, I can see many requests coming in, and there are still reserved slots open. So as you're going there now, and just a note, if you get there and there's not an open slot, it shouldn't happen, but there are a lot of requests coming in. So just go there now and you should find a slot. But if there's not one, just to be safe, you can just send me an email at support@consciousshift.me. Support@consciousshift.me. CONSCIOUSSHIFT.me. Support@consciousshift.me, and we will put you on a wait list. We'll get you on a wait list because these slots do get filled really quickly, and I do want you to get into a session as soon as we can. But if you go now and either grab your spot or, if need be, email support@consciousshift.me, we will receive your request for a Genius session. Okay, now, as promised, the master shift that takes the fear out of stepping into your leap. Here's the thing about stepping into your leap. You know, most people, when they are stepping out to create their most profitable and their own profitable body of work, when they're stepping into their leap, they actually envision themselves like literally on the edge of a cliff, like they're standing on the precipice with nothing but a big empty cavern before them. And of course, it's terrifying. And this is where fear and doubts, limiting beliefs can sweep in and paralyze you or knock you right back into the loop. Okay? So here is the master shift. It is actually a visual tool that can help you tremendously every time you go to move forward in your leap. Because what I do with you is paint a very different picture and ask, what if instead of just a cavern, there's actually a crystal clear, colorful rainbow there that represents your clear vision, your colorful, profitable creations, and your step-by-step path to reach them. And instead of leaping into fuzzy nothingness, you can simply step right up onto your leap with your rainbow map to guide you. Very powerful visual tool to envision that. And that's exactly what we do together. We visually map out step by step your vision, your body of work, your action steps, so that you can confidently every day, every morning, step into your leap on your own terms, so that you profit at the level worthy of you from sharing your gift of genius. And each color in the rainbow, each way you express and offer your genius, becomes a stream of income for you. So you can use this rainbow image to remind you that when you are clear and aligned with your genius, you can feel the difference, right? Between jumping into a chasm with no clear direction and alternately stepping right up onto your rainbow map to success on your terms. That's what we want. You every day energized, crystal clear on exactly what will move you forward fastest. That's what I want to share with you, because we all recognize the pain of the loop, don't we? It actually, breaks my heart. I just recently received an email that simply asked, when do I get to live the life I want to live? So many are asking themselves that. Is there more to life than work, than money? And yes, of course, finances are essential. But more than that, it is essential that the elements of your life and work are balanced. And because what you'll find is that breakthroughs at any level of your life contribute to success at every level of your life, right? They boost your performance, your productivity, your power, your profitability at every level. And after all, money and profitability are outcomes of excellence at all levels. And ultimately, a profitable, abundant life is about more than money. It's about impact. It's about good health, exceptional relationships, love, life purpose, challenges worthy of the human spirit. So what do you want to contribute to the world? What will your life contribution, your legacy be? And are you asking these questions? Because now is the time to do so. Do you know the answers? Are you actively creating the path to get there? Because there's a cost to not living your full potential. And to look at it another way, what is the value of saving a relationship or your health? Or of saving a job or a business or an organization? Or even just saving months or years of your life spent off purpose? Versus the value of happiness and joy and knowing you're living on purpose into full potential. Because many of you are ready to make that dramatic, positive change in your life and work, but you may not know where to start or how to get there. And that's the value of having that crystal clarity guiding you. That's your potential, and now you know the truth. Isn't this powerful? Now you know the truth. You don't need more information. You don't need any more intelligence than you have. You don't need more work. You just need one thing to start succeeding starting now. Your own signature genius. It is something you already possess. It is the key, the engine to your prosperity, your fulfillment. And today I promised these shifts to get you out of the loop and into the leap of your true greatness. More impact and income. For you to be a recognized authority, doing only what you do best. Ideal clients seeking you out, and your life fully lived. So, remember, what was that number for you? Double, triple, more what you're making now. And you envision what success on your own terms would look like and feel like. How you can make this number, this income, your vision, your greatest impact possible, not in a couple weeks or years, not someday, but starting right now. What you need to do is to dial in your genius, craft your own map, own your own contribution, right? And you can start now to enjoy your journey, your contribution, your life, every step of the way. So now you have a choice to make, right? The first option, do nothing, okay? Requires zero risk, zero faith. The most expensive habit is to insist on learning only from your own mistakes, when you can learn from someone else's mistakes and save the pain and save years, shave years off your path. So the best advice I can give you, option 2, invest the time to connect with us. Don't wait. Don't go another day without you sharing exactly what you're meant to do. And the way to explore how to do that is to apply for a one-on-one genius session with one of my hand-selected, trusted strategists. Okay? If you haven't already, get on our calendar through this link, geniussession.com. We've set aside time just for you. I believe there are still some reserved slots open as you're going there right now, if you haven't already. And the biggest risk isn't that you venture out, isn't that you craft a clear map to navigate to your dream. The biggest risk is that you wake up in 5 years, in 10 years, maybe 20 years, and wish you would have done something right now to honor your gifts and choose to take action. Because deciding to do nothing, option 1, is just guaranteeing that you will continue as you are, looping. And you are worth so much more than that. Decide to do the things that matter to you. Start with this call, geniussession.com. And now again, if you get there and there's not an open slot, because a lot of requests are coming in, go there now, and if there's not a slot, send me an email at support@consciousshift.me. support@consciousshift.me. And my team will put you on a wait list. We'll get you on a wait list because we want you to get into a session as soon as we can get you in. We'll manually put you in one. We'll free up some time. If you go now, we will receive your request for a genius session. So why am I doing this? Well, I want to honor your genius and the greatness that naturally flows from you when you share it. It is my genius to guide the greatness out of you. It gives me great joy, and you can probably hear it in my voice. And as I talk about this now, as I promised, I will also be sending those of you who stayed with me, you'll receive your 3 shifts cheat sheet. You're going to love that. And if you're still in here deciding if this is a good step for you, then I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm going to hang for just a couple more minutes. And in thinking about this, I would encourage you, if you haven't taken action yet, I just encourage you to ask a couple of questions first. As you think about your life and work right now, are you happy with the results that you're generating right now? Okay? And second, do you feel like you are on a clear upward trajectory that is going to take you step by step to the place you really want to be? Yeah. If the answer is no, you know you need to get help. You know you need to get an outside perspective. Then you know you want to request a session with us now. And another question, are you sure beyond a shadow of a doubt that your life and work are on purpose and aligned to bring you that prosperity you desire and deserve, and that you know that next week you're going to have your ideal clients coming in? You can be offering your greatest work, and you're going to be compensated at the high level worthy of that value. And you're going to be able to contribute to your family, to the world, at the level worthy of you. If the answer is no to any of that, you want to apply and get on the phone with us so we can help you craft out a proven system customized to you that will guarantee that your ladder's on the right wall, that you're earning consistently at the high level possible for you, that you're making the impact you're here to make. Okay, so go to geniussession.com right now. Let's discover this together, because it is your time. The world is turning towards you. It's time to believe in yourself, and it's time to profit from sharing your genius. And sometimes you just need a little nudge from someone who believes in you, just like Oprah had and needed. Now, I'm not implying you're a hippo or that I am either, but sometimes you just need a little nudge, because this is what the world and even those around you may be saying to you. This is really powerful. Take a look. This is what Jim Henson, the creator of the Muppets, his boss's advice to him: lose the puppets. They're going nowhere. Can you imagine saying that to Jim Henson about the Muppets? And I would never say that about your gifts. I'm going to give you a nudge because there is a place for your genius. I am someone who believes in the power and the brilliance within you. And my gift is guiding that out of you. It is essential to have a guide who can honor your big vision. See your unique blend of genius help you shape your brilliant ideas and your own unique and profitable body of work. Okay. I still see some of you are here, and a couple questions. Okay, let me see if I can stay on for just a minute or two longer and take a couple of questions before my next commitment. Okay. Yeah, just only time for a quick one or two of the questions. And the absolute best way to get your questions answered is in a Genius Session, geniussession.com. So real quick, let me see one question here. Do I need to have a website? Okay, here's the thing. Much of what you think you need, you may not even need. That'll be great news, right? Because once we get your ladder on the right wall in our session, the exact best next steps will become clear to you. So hop on a call so we can help you decide what those are for you, because it really depends on your genius, your business, your audience, and your specific streams of income, right? As to what you need. So hop on a call, geniussession.com. And another question. Yeah. How long to take before this process works? How long will it take before this process works? Okay. Again, we have to talk with you to see what elements you already have in place, in which case we can just help you align them, hone in on your message of genius, and get your first package out there pronto. We just need to talk to you to see where you are. So go to geniussession.com now so my team and I can map out the biggest result and the least amount of time. especially if you're not working efficiently or seeing the results you should be right now. So book your spot on the call. We're going to connect with you very soon as we have an open slot in our calendar, so you can see that the best answer to your question, your best answer to your question, any question that you have, is going to be to book your spot. Okay, we are out of time, but again, as long as you request a session right now, we will receive your request. So go to geniussession.com now, and if there's not a slot, in case there's not one, please just send me an email at support@consciousshift.me. support@CONSCIOUSSHIFT.me, and we will put you on the wait list. If you apply now, we will receive your request for a Genius session and take care of you. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for the privilege of your time, for your genius, for all that you do in the world. I hope you got lots of value out of our time together, and I am honoring your genius, and we'll talk to you very soon.